Just a quick question. Sorry, first of all, because I will speak English, I don't speak Polish. Do you know why detection is important? You know that next week, Poland and France are playing football together. And who knows who will be Mbappe, so that's why it's important to detect. So let's be more in relationship to what we do. I think there is a misconfusion with the slide. Is it possible to have the Gatewatcher slide? I will be happy to introduce Storm Shield. It was my past career 20 years ago. So let me speak about detection. So one of the issues with the new attacks is the complexity to detect. And why it's important to detect? Because most of the people speak about having a SIEM. SIEM is the aggregation of the logs in order to make at least all the information from all the network activities. But SIEM at least inform you, or it's good when you are dead. It's like forensic pathologist, okay? It's good to analyze why you are dead. It's too late. So Gardner highlight the rule and the importance of having an EDR, endpoint protection. So endpoint protection is very important because they protect really the endpoint. However, they react when the attack is there. It's like the emergency doctor. So let me introduce to you the NDR, the Network Detection and Response. It's a family doctor. It's monitoring the network on real time, every minute, every day, in order to detect the very early stage of the attack and avoid to go to emergency doctor or, unfortunately, to forensic pathologist. So let's do. So why it's important is because on the attack, the time is a key point. The biggest time you have to detect an attack, the major impact you can have on your business, and this is why it's important to really detect a cyber attack on a very, very early stage. So if you look at the different manner to detect or to protect an attack, okay, you see that unfortunately there is a lot of different technologies which are having a gap. For example, if I have your credential, I will go across all the protection because I can get access to your account. And then from your account, I can go outside. I can try to make a lateral move, make a privilege escalation, to make a beaconing, all the technology used by hackers. So one of the critical attacks nowadays is ID violation. And ID violation means it's a very big gap in all protection. And this is where NDR give a lot of value because helping to detect on an early stage. Another very simple example. If I ask you a ransom, you will say, okay, Dom, sure. But if I begin to show you that I have your data, you will not smile anymore. But what does it mean? That before blocking your infrastructure, before encrypted all the data, I have been inside your network. I extract some of the data. I exploit the vulnerability. Whatever I did something which it has been detected on the early stage. We clearly avoid the impact of a ransomware. So Gatewatcher, what we do, we combine those technology for known and unknown attack with the signature and the machine learning algorithm. And AI helped really to increase the known detection attack with unknown attack with the machine learning algorithm. Not only on that point, but also on something which is very important, is how to use AI to reduce the complexity of managing a SOC. Two different axes. The first is the assistant, meaning using generative AI to tell you, okay, what's happened? And having an explanation in text of exactly your context and what's happened. But in phase two also, the ability to go a step forward and start to ask, okay, what do you suggest? So having a natural discussion language, LM language with the NDR platform what do you suggest? And okay, blocking such an IP, blah, 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 whatever the action is, the reaction of the NDR could be automatized and avoid complexity of implementing a playbook with a reaction of an EDR or reaction with a firewall, with an application firewall or whatever the chain of protection, because then the generative AI will help you to automate immediately the reaction and discover that you have a Fortinet firewall or a Stormshield firewall, discover that you have an ESET, EDR, or whatever the brand, and making automatically the playbook with the API integration in order to reduce the gap of complexity, reduce the gap of detection, and reduce the impact of a cyber attack. So, as I have limited time, I will stop here, but I will be very pleased to welcome you on Campus Cyber booth just behind if you want to have more information. Thank you very much.